Hey people, how are you guys doing? Today we are going to be talking about something very interesting. I had to come in the form of a baby girl, a very serious baby girl for that matter, because while on my journey to becoming a millionaire, there were some things I had to stop doing to help me get to where I am right now and where I plan to be in the future. But in my last video, we already talked about how I'm already a millionaire in Naira. So that does not matter anymore. Now we are on the journey to becoming millionaires in dollars because that is very important. Money has to be made. There are some things you need to stop doing, there are other things you have to start doing. But today I'm sharing with you 7 things I stopped doing while on my journey to becoming a millionaire. Because if you want to do this, you have to do it right. And there are some things obviously, which are very normal to us that we have to stop doing. So if you are planning to join this journey, you might want to think about these things I'm going to be talking about and how it can help you, while on this our journey together. Because I told you guys, my main purpose of starting this channel is to take you guys on this journey with me to becoming a millionaire. So because I don't want to be rude, and in this family we are very respectful of each other, I'll take off my eyeglass so that you can see me properly. Let's get right into it. So do you know that the global population of millionaires around the world is 58 million? And 9,800 of this number is from Nigeria. But if you had asked me 12 years ago, do you believe that you can become a millionaire? Now we are not talking about millionaire in Naira, but we are talking about millionaire in dollars. Before now, I would have told you, I'm not really sure. It feels impossible. It feels like, it feels very far-fetched to be thinking of becoming a millionaire because I never saw the possibility of it, especially coming from like a background where the things that are known today to make you money are not really thought of. My parents were teachers, so it was just we're comfortable. Basically, we're not rich, but we're just comfortable. But today now I can confidently say yes, it is possible for me to become a millionaire. Before now I used to think that becoming a millionaire required a lot of hard work. There were so many things that I felt like I could not do to get there, but trust me, I was very wrong. Today I am very sure because I am on this journey. There are some things I have to stop doing, and I'm going to be sharing all of that with you in this video. Stop viewing money as scarce. There's a quote by Ayn Rand that explains this very well, and I would love to share it with you guys. And it says, money is only a tool. It will take you wherever you wish, but it will not replace you as a driver. Like, imagine how we have always thought about millionaires as being very far away from us, that we could not reach. I never really thought of them as people. It never felt reachable for me. Maybe this was because of the environment I was, like my parents were teachers. Nobody were really thinking about becoming rich. They were just comfortable. As long as they were able to take their children to school, they were okay. So like, this was what it was for me. So I never really used to think of the idea that there was a possibility of me becoming a millionaire. It just felt like something that was unreachable. Like, what do I need to do to get a piece of this pie? It felt very unreachable. But then I had to change my mindset because I guess the first person to influence me that made it very easy for me to see that okay, it is very possible to be rich was my uncle, who runs the printing press, like I told you guys I invested in. So like, I just saw how, even though he had to work hard, like he had to be present in his business, he had to do all the running around at the early phase. I just started seeing how it was possible for him to make so much money while doing something that he loved. So I thought about it, like it feels like this is something that is going to be very possible for me as well. And especially coming to this period or time where it now felt like internet made it easier for people to make money. Like, you don't even only need your 9 to 5. Somebody can just do what they love. Okay, just imagine before now, like those that used to love to write, they could only work for newspapers, they could only work for magazines. But now look at, like, this same person can work as a freelancer, this same person can sell a course online, something bordering around writing. And then even imagine the tech billionaires that we always look up to. It felt very impossible. Like Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos, they felt like they discovered one of the 8 wonders of the world. But then when you look at it now, so many people are tech billionaires, tech millionaires. So nothing feels very impossible. But if I had stayed in that my mindset that money is scarce, it's not going to be possible for me to reach it, I don't think if I would have gotten to this place where I am now, or even plan on the journey that I am currently to becoming a millionaire in dollars. So stop viewing money as something that is very scarce or something that is impossible for you to get, because it has happened to me. Your situation currently might make it seem like money cannot get to you, but you have to change your mindset. adopt the abundance mindset and stop seeing money as something very far away from you, you find that it will start becoming easier for you to get it. Quit the comparison game. The worst thing you can do for yourself is constantly comparing yourself to others. Do you know there was a research that shows that anybody who spends more than 30 minutes on social media is bound to, compare themselves to the lives of the people they see online? And I've noticed this stuff a lot because I spend a lot of my time on TikTok as well as YouTube, but I spend a good amount of my time on TikTok. So I will scroll, I will then see one of these girls that are living the luxury lifestyle. Even when my own life currently is something that someone else might be, wanting to get, or maybe they are seeing it as something that they are aspiring to have. But then me, I'm looking at another person, it now feels like this person has more luxury in their life than me. I will now start saying, oh, why don't I have this? You just start comparing yourself, like it is very draining. I've experienced this, so I know. But the only way you can, become better is to think of how you can better yourself. Maybe you can take those videos as motivation to, give you that boost or that push that you need to start doing what you need to do to help you get to that place that you're aspiring to get to. So the only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday. So instead of comparing yourself to somebody that you are looking at right now, like, okay, there's one quote I saw somewhere, I don't really know the source of it, but I just saw it, and it says your life might be the behind the scenes of someone's reel. If you think about it, it feels like now you are grinding, now you're doing like all the pieces, you're putting it together to help you achieve your ultimate goal, but then the person you're looking up to is already living that life you are currently working towards. So you're like, your life currently is like behind the scene, while someone else they are looking up to is already showing you their own result of the behind the scene they are done before now, but then you are currently here, but then you are comparing yourself to that place. Instead of that, why don't you focus on putting your own pieces together, and then you can show the world your own reel while another person admires you as well. So like, this world is really a cycle. If you look at it, it is what it is. When you constantly compare yourself to others, it can lead you to making poor financial decisions, and you keep having to engage in this cycle of trying to keep up with appearance. But instead of doing that, why don't you focus on your own financial journey, and you can achieve what you need to achieve at the end of the day. All you need to do is focus on yourself instead of focusing on others' achievements. It will definitely save you from a lot of stress, and you do more of what you need to do. Quit the impulse buying. This is something I had to force myself to do, because I'm one that I used to shop in supermarkets. I live in Nigeria, right? And we know we have the general market where the everyday person goes to shop, and then there's the supermarket, there's the Spar, the ShopRite, and all that, the high end. Because I'm one that I don't like going to the market and having to stain my legs. You know how Nigerian markets can be. But I preferred buying in the supermarket. But then I found that was the easiest place for me to buy things on impulse. I had to advise myself against this, because I go there, I buy things that I need, but then I buy a whole lot of other things that I don't need. I know that I don't need them, but they look very nice on the shelves, they look well arranged. All of a sudden you're finding the need to buy them, but then when you get them, you keep questioning yourself, like, why am I buying this thing? And this has happened to me again on online shopping platforms. Before now, thank God for the issue of dollars in Nigeria now, so this has really reduced a lot. Before now, AliExpress, like, even things that when I buy them, when I'm buying them, it feels very good for me, or it feels like it's something that is very nice. My brain tells me this thing is very good for you, buy it. But then when this thing arrives, I said, why did I even buy this thing? I have so many of these types of items. So you might want to stop doing this if you want to focus more on wealth building, because the money you are using to buy these things that you don't need, you'll find that if you had maybe save that money in a high yielding savings account, it would have yielded you something, instead of you having to use it to buy things that you don't need. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels this, but whenever I'm buying something, the joy of me buying that thing ends in when I put my card details for the payment to say payment successful, and then the joy of me buying that thing is over. So you have to quit the impulse buying if you have the goal of becoming richer in life, because the money you're spending on these things, you can use it for something else. Little drops of water makes an ocean. So don't think that, okay, you want to satisfy your cravings. Ask yourself, do I really need this thing, or do I just want it, before making any big purchase? So there's no shortcut to wealth building, abi? But then there are so many of us that end up finding ourselves looking for the quickest ways to make money. So my sister used to tell me about, all these apps that people use to make money, maybe answer surveys, and then you get paid, do this tax and you get paid. And I found that, like, these apps, I decided to try it for myself to see what it was really like. And when I tried this, it felt like a waste of my time, because you use 45 minutes to be feeling something, only for you to get like the smallest amount of money. So because people are looking for get rich quick methods, like MMM came to Nigeria, it happened, people lost money, and that one left. And today there are more than 10 of this same type of MMM, just that they are in different names, and yet people are still looking and falling for these things. Stop looking for the easiest ways to make money. Why don't you use that energy you're using to jump from one app to the other, jump from one scheme to the other, focus it on building wealth and using that money, channeling it to the right places to build money. On this channel, I've given you many options of where to put your money, instead of going out and using it to look for the fastest ways to make money. They don't work. They are only short term. You can either eat once and then you lose twice, which is usually the case. So stop focusing on short gains, like look forward to long term. Warren Buffett said, wealth is the transfer of wealth from an impatient person to a patient person. So just imagine this. Because you're impatient, you decide to sell your stock. Whereas another person who is patient with that your stock that you sold becomes richer over time. Stop looking for the shortest cuts. The only sustainable method to making money is usually the ones that require patience, so you might want to focus on that if you don't want to end up losing all your money. Quit the negative self-talk. Many people, before they even start making money, they've already told themselves that, I can't make this money. Like I talked about earlier, like it's very easy for you to convince yourself that something cannot happen, and you find that it just starts happening like that for you. So if you want to start making money, or if you want to make money and get rich, you need to have the right mindset towards money. Don't put yourself in negative situations whereby you are always influencing your mind with negative thoughts, like I cannot make this money, I'm not cut out for making money, this one, that one, money does not come to me. Like, it's very interesting that I had to stop doing this earlier on. Okay, it felt very natural for me because of my environment, and which might be the case for you. But the earlier you bring out yourself from giving negativity to your subconsciousness and making it believe that you are not cut out for wealth, the earlier you start making money and start finding the opportunities around you that can help you to make money. And don't allow the fear of making money or taking risks to be a limiting factor for you. Especially, there are some people that to be honest with you, right, I still have this little fear, or should I say it's a big fear, but I want to start a business. I have the idea in my mind, but starting it feels very daunting. You already start feeling that it cannot be successful. Like, what if someone else steals my idea? What if this, what if? So most times we are always giving ourselves the idea of what if it's not successful. While I'm still working on that, because I need to break out of it completely. I'm working towards it, I'm on the journey, but I need to completely break out that my idea of believing that the business cannot be successful, or that it is not something that it is in demand, or just giving myself negativity towards the idea I have. The earlier it will be for me to start making money from that's my idea. It's a struggle, yes, I understand, but if we want to do it right, we need to stop doing some things, and one of them is stop giving yourself negative thoughts all the time. Stop living beyond your means. This is something that many of us can relate to. Although now, because of the inflation and the economy of the country or the world at large, like many of us have found ourselves living way beyond our means, but many of us find it easier to live way above our means, and we now use things like loans, get rich quick schemes, and all these things to use and buffer for that lifestyle that we want to live, when we know that on a normal our money is not enough to help us live that lifestyle that we are craving for. So instead of now focusing on living way above your means, why don't you focus your energy on living below your means and using the excess you get from living below your means and investing it to make money over time? Don't you think that's a better option? Okay, let me use myself as an example. In my organization, you have access to loans, you have access to cooperative loans, the bank loans, so many types of loans. To the extent that even First Bank is telling me, congratulations, you are now eligible to collect a loan. So many loan options that we find it easy to take loans just to buffer up for our lifestyle. But instead of using that money to, like, be living a lifestyle that that on a natural you cannot afford, why don't you live within the one that you are currently earning, and even still having change to invest, instead of borrowing money to buffer up? Unless I have a need to start something that I know that will make me more money, I don't see the need to take any loan. So that is something that I have had to convince myself, that even when everybody around me is taking loans, I am not going to take loans unless I have a business or a project that I know that this loan will bring me 100% of it. Then I'm not one that is for loan. My friends keeps telling me, like, money is losing value, why don't you take it? But take it to do what? To live a lifestyle that I know that on a normal is not within my means. Like, that is just you putting yourself into fire. It's just like saying from frying pan to fire. But basically, there are some people that are okay with that, but I'm not okay. Like, I'm not about taking loans to live a lifestyle that I know that on a normal I'm not afford. So I had to convince myself not to listen to those that are making it seem like it's a good decision to take loans. Try and live within your means, prioritize your needs over your wants, and you find that things will start becoming easier for you. Or at least I had to learn this to aid my journey to becoming richer. The most important conversation you ever have is the one with yourself. Stop ignoring personal development. This is something that I got to find out that is very important if I want to get to where I want to be. Because every day, or since starting this channel, and I told you this channel, I started it because I want to share my journey of becoming a millionaire with you guys. So I'm just sharing all that I've learned along my journey. But one thing that I've found that stood out a whole lot to me is the importance of constant development, constant reading, constant watching videos that are in line with what I want to be, constantly attending seminars. So very soon I'll be attending one seminar that is like on a global scale, and this urge to attend that seminar was just because of the fact that, like, I want to be around influential people. I want to be around the type of people that I want to be like in the future. So constantly developing yourself is very important. Don't ignore personal development, because it is very influential in how you turn out to be. You might meet one or two persons that their goals aligns with what you want to do in life. So attending seminars, attending conferences that have like minds will make it easier for you to achieve that goal you want for yourself. So personal development is very important in any shape or form. Reading books, attending seminars, trainings, meeting mentors, all these things are very important if you are to achieve your ultimate goal of becoming a millionaire. So continuously learning about personal finance has helped me a lot on my journey to becoming a millionaire. But if I knew that if it was going to be successful, I had to stop doing some things. And in this video I've just shared with you the things that I had to start thinking differently about. So if I want to consider doing them as well. I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope this video has given you an idea of the things that you need to start focusing more on if you want to achieve your goal of becoming a millionaire. Bye guys.